So thanks everyone for coming today. Forgive me if you see me using my notes a lot. Woman of a certain age, I need a bit of memory. So welcome to everyone, to our Erasmus visitors, our US interns and Tequila support staff.
Thank you.
Who have set this up today, which is fantastic. Thank you. You're very welcome. We're glad to have you, and we hope you enjoy the day. I'm Karen Horner, as Paula said. I'm Head of Residential Services, and Paula asked me to introduce this session. So I won't keep you long, because I know you want to get on with what you're doing. So I was one of the people who introduced Residential Life initially, with my colleague, the Director of Facilities, Claire Twaits. So I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. But quite fortuitous that you all are here today. I believe we've got quite a few Europeans in the room, and of course it would be remiss of me not to mention the EU referendum today. So obviously for us that's, it's all about us working together, hopes that universities will continue these close ties. I've been also very lucky to visit a lot of your countries, particularly Belgium, where I've spent quite a while over the last year because my son did an internship in Brussels. So yeah, it's great. And also the fact that today we're celebrating the whole of the Great Britain going through the football. For the first time in history. Yes. England, Wales, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. So we're happy about that. So Manchester Metropolitan University began this journey of creating student living some 4 or 5 years ago. Claire and I were very lucky to be sent to Minnesota in the USA, Wisconsin, where we stayed in a very rural, beautiful campus called River Falls. And that was our central base, and from there we visited 8 to 9 universities, I think it was at the time. And being British, shall I say, we don't always see the happy American, everything's positive. We always are a bit cynical. But what we saw in the USA was this great ethos of students being proud of their university, the staff being proud of what they do, and the support that the students were giving each other as well as with the staff support. And it was absolutely outstanding what we saw. And we couldn't wait to get back here and go with it. So although we're not quite the US, full US ethos that they use Residential Life, we've kind of used that as our base in order to make it work for our type of universities, and hopefully we've been successful in that. So as I said, this journey started 4 or 5 years ago, and the thing was, the first part of that was the thought of how do we include Residential Life into the ethos of our university, how do we make the academics, the directors understand that that's the way to go. So we did a lot of Dragon's Den. I don't know if the Europeans in the room will understand me where literally me and Claire went in front of masses of academics and directors and sold our dream. We were really lucky that they came along with us on that journey, because the investment in this service has been enormous, and we've been supported by the university. We've been very lucky, and we understand that. What we did as well to make Residential Life part of that was build our service. So we went from a wardinial system, which was senior academics or senior service members of staff who worked in our halls and lived in our halls, and we went through them. And in fact, one of our old wardens is just in the back, Pauline. So we went from that. We also went from our service staff, so residential service staff, literally, at 9 o'clock, we'd pack up and go home. And we would hand over to contract staff and the wardens. What we've now got is a 24/7, 365 days a year, management customer service structure. So everybody that's in our halls works for student living and are committed to those residents and the residential life model. So we've got the RAs and we've got some of them with us today. And Nick there was one of my first, and I interviewed him. So he's been on this journey a long time. And so where was I up to? So obviously we put in customer service staff, so their triage at all receptions, and hopefully they're the first point of call either for visitors, students, and they're able to send direct students, signpost them to the service that's right for them. Sometimes they're even mum or dad. So that's worked for us. The executive supported us, as I said. They invested £350 million in our estate, both in new buildings, one of which you're in today. Paula and the guys are going to take you down round to see our newest accommodation over the road later on. And I'd love to talk to you all day because it's actually something that I'm really passionate about, and I hope that comes across to you guys. But I know you've got lots to do. I know you want to see lots and do lots. And you are very lucky that you're in Manchester on a nice day. Because I don't know if anyone informed you that we are the rainy city. So enjoy your day. I will see you all later at lunch. If you've got any questions, you want to ask me anything, just let me know and I'm happy to ask you. But I'm going to hand you over to Paula. Thank you.
Thank you.